Hello and welcome to more Ravnica Allegiance draft. This is probably the last Swiss draft I'm going to do. Anyway, let's look at the packs. Zagana Utopian Speaker. So it's a 4-mana 4/4. It draws a card if you have a +1/+1 creature, and each creature with a +1/+1 counter has trample, and it can become an 8/8. Probably going to take that. Again, early on in a format, I really like taking rares because you get to play with them. And then you get to know how good they are in the future. Whereas, like, we're gonna play with commons enough to know like what's good, what's not. We might not ever get to first pick this again, and then it'll help us down in the future if, like, you know, we know how good the commons are. We know kind of how good this is. It just helps your drafting experience get better a lot faster. If this was not in the pack, I'd probably take a Terramander. I've been very impressed with this card. I did not know this was an uncommon. And this is a 2/1 that can turn into a threaten. I'm going to take Zagana though. Card's great. Oh wow. Followed up with Biomancer's Familiar. Alright, I mean, I'm not going to say no to this. Opponent's passing us. They took a common over this card, which is really good if you have adapt creatures. Like, oh my gosh, imagine this plus her. 4 mana for 4 counters every turn. Wayfinder's nice. I'd probably take Gateway Plaza, but let's take this before it goes away. Wow! Are we just living the dream right now? What is going on? I mean, there's also a Skitter Eel, but this card taps for so much mana. Jeez. Alright, well... this is not bad. Alright. This pack is less straightforward. Fireblade Artist. Beginning of upkeep, you may sack a creature, deals 2 damage to an opponent. That's pretty cool. Steeple Creep, 3 mana 4/2. And yeah, not much else. I could take a Gateway Plaza that just keeps us open. I think decks like this frequently want gates, and even the first one is really high value. Let's take that. I think this card's fine. It is a Frog Snake, which is pretty cool, but okay, so this is kind of weird. We got past a bunch of Simic cards and then haven't seen much. I really like Code of Constraint. I think this card's very powerful. What do you do? When it enters the battlefield, count the number of +1/+1 counter creatures on creatures you control. Oh, never mind. Holy cow, that's good in Adapt deck. It's also good in Gruul, but I mean, this is the reason you take stuff like Gateway Plaza. This is a 6 mana 6/6, which is already a good base rate, and in Simic we're going to have a lot of counters. So this just says your team can't be blocked. I'm going to take that. I'm going to pass the Code of Constraint. Ooh, wow. Wow. There's so many good cards here. Scuttlegator, I don't want that many 6-drops, although this can get really big. I think I'm between the Arrester's Admonition and Chillbringer. And I think Chillbringer just wins. This card is so powerful. I guess also note should be taken towards Simic Guildgate. I don't like Quench that much. I'd maybe play 1, but it's fine. But Chillbringer's a busted card, and I'm going to pick it up. High Alert. Each creature you control assigns combat damage equal to its toughness rather than its power. That is an interesting card. And you can untap your creatures and the defenders can attack. There are some defenders in here. If you got that with like a bunch of persistent petitioners, that'd be kind of funny. I think I'm just gonna take the Guildgate for better mana, but I'm gonna keep my eyes out for this card. I thought it was a rare. That's pretty interesting for an uncommon. Okay, there's another Simic Guildgate. I mean, we could basically have perfect mana at this point. I guess Gateway Plaza helps splash the Rumbling Ruin, which we probably want to do. So I guess I'll take this. Wow, imagine if we had taken High Alert, we could take this, be a 1 mana 3/3. I kind of want the 3 mana 2/3 reach. This card seems really powerful. Sagittar's Volley also is very high value. I think there's a lot of creatures with flying in this format that are worth killing, but I think reach is also another way to deal with flyers, and this is kind of a creature, it attacks and stuff. I'm not super thrilled about a Coral Commando. But I guess if we find that we need the creature count... No, we'll just take a gate. It's possible that this gets us use, like if we get a Gatebreaker Ram or something. Ooh, Humongulous. Okay. We need some ways to pump this up. But This thing having hexproof and having a huge booty is pretty encouraging. And Shimmer Possibility. Clear the Mind is kind of funny, but I'll play this. Bet Anticipate is still Anticipate. Okay, I guess white is open. I guess I'll take this. Wow. How does... This is frustrating. We got past like 4 straight Simic bombs. And then almost no blue after that. Okay. Never mind, I can't complain. This is probably one of the best cards in the set, so I'll read it for you guys. It's a 5-mana 2/2. When it enters the battlefield, you make another 2/2 ooze. At the beginning of each end step, you get a +1/+1 counter on each ooze, and then for 4 mana, you can make more oozes. So its base rate is 5 power, or 5 mana for 6 power, assuming you get to, you know, to your end step with it. And then if it survives, you just keep making oozes. So we're gonna take that. If that wasn't there, I would take the Beastmaster or Titanic Brawl, but I'm gonna take this and be very happy about it. Ooh, Biogenic Upgrade. Wow. All right, I'll take that too. 6 mana, get 3 counters, double their counters. So busted. We can put that on a Humongulous and just go off. All right, this deck is getting spicy. Guardian Project. How many rares do we have? So what this card does is, when a creature enters the battlefield, if it's different than anything you've played or that has died, you draw a card. And all of our cards are unique. In draft, almost every card is going to be unique. So that card is very powerful. I guess I take it. It also fits the theme of just having all the busted rares. So we'll do that. Incubation. Look at the top 5 cards and get a creature. Or exile a creature and they get a 3/3. We need early plays. This is kind of one. It deals with creatures and we have a lot of ways to block 3/3 frogs. I'll take this. It's kind of everything you would want it to be. Okay, now I think I take the Skitter Eel because we do need evolved creatures with our Biomancer's Familiar. Stony Strength is also a good card, but Skitter Eel, get in the deck. Okay, I'll take an Applied Biomancy. It's a nice trick. I want some earlier plays, so I want this. I'd probably play the Quench. The Volley is nice too. I just want to cut Simic super hard because our deck is busted and I love it. Alright, more Skitter Eels. Pretty mediocre card, but it fits what we're trying to do. We just don't want this many 4-drops. We want 2s and 3s. Because I think our top end's fine. Like, we have... this is good enough. We also want to avoid duplicates if at all possible. Well, we got a 3. There's Rubble Slinger. I don't think we need another Simic Guildgate more than we just want a 2/3 reach. The reach is super relevant. Right now this deck is gonna have a hard time dealing with flyers, so I'll take this. What's weird to me is that this card does not put +1/+1 counters on the creature. Wow, this Wield? Is this bad? Hang on. So it's 4 mana for a 2/2 Riot. When it attacks, pump another creature. So if we can make its power huge, we can swing for a bunch. Is that better than a 2-mana play? We have a lot of 4s. I guess it'll be a 3/3 most likely. I don't know if that card's that good, but I'll take it. Again, taking this to find out if it's good. It seems bad, and maybe we have way too many 4-drops in this deck. Oh, Slimebind? I will Windmill Slam that in the deck. This can keep us alive a long time. I'm gonna take the Volley over the 3rd Eel. I don't want that many of these. In fact, I would like to only play 1. I think I'm fine playing 2 Rubble Slingers, but let's... 4 mana for a 3/3. I guess this card's actually absurd with Biomancer's Familiar. 1 mana +2/+2 counters. I'll take a Sphinx's Insight, I guess. I'm not gonna play... That's a very late Rakdos card. You know what? I'm not gonna play the Insight. Root Snare There are some cases where this card is good. Probably not many. Wow, why is black so open? I want to play against this, I guess. You can't just pass me busted Simic cards and then take all the rest. That's not fair. I think what's happening is blue is open. What is this? If a creature dying causes a trigger, it happens twice, and your creature tokens are really good. Oh, that's pretty sweet. You know what solves a lot of our problems? Growth Spiral. Play it on turn 2, then we can play a 4-drop after. Wrecking Beast, I think, is pretty nice. It's just huge, but we don't really need 7 drops. we need early plays. Wow, double Growth Spiral? What is this? All the rares. Whenever opponent... Oh, we put against this in Sealed. Whenever the active ability does 1 damage, and then it can get big. And you can do this more than one time, which is good to know. -3/-3. Wow, that's really good. That card's good. What is this? Whenever deals combat damage to a player, they discard a card. It's a bit expensive, but I like the effect. And a Law Mage's Binding, but we'll pick up more Growth Spirals. Pretty happy with that. Wow. Oh, can I splash this? I feel like I almost can. We have double Gateway Plaza and an Azorius Guildgate. Because how much do we have in the way of removal? I guess we have Slimebind, which basically kills a creature. You know what? Maybe we don't. Maybe we just need Code of Constraint. Sagittar's Volley. This can kill flyers. And then we just have big stuff going on. Yeah, let's just keep the mana consistent. I'm probably not playing this either. And this card is really good. So probably will take a Breeding Pool though. That helps our mana a lot. And we already have 23 playables. Alright, I'll take it. Okay, Titan Brawl. That's removal, right? Yes. Sweet. These packs have not been super good for us. Oh, Fairy Duelist. I love Fairy Duelist. Anyone who saw the sealed I did before this knows how busted this card is. And we might be able to wheel a Humongulus, but I don't even really care if we do. Wow, Growth Spiral. Do we need 3? So we can Growth Spiral, ramp out our 4s, or we can take Stony Strength or Titanic Brawl. Do we actually have creatures to use this on? That's the real question. Skitteriel can get big. Gruul Beastmaster I'm not super sold on just yet. We're like a weird combo deck. I almost want another one of these. I'm gonna take a Growth Spiral here. Okay. Code of Constraint? I don't know what's happening here. So we have, what do we even have right now? Got a lot of Slime Binds. I don't know if I'm running this. We have a kill spell, way too many Skitter Eels, but I don't know. Guardian Project might not be good in this deck. Because I think I'm taking another one. They become 5/5s. That's like a good rate. And I don't want a random 3-mana 3/2. This is a weird draft. I guess take the sideboard. Sage's Row Savant. That's probably a good card. Look at this. Nobody's taking black cards. Nobody gets this, I guess. Okay, nobody's taking blue cards. I might play the first. We could take Prying Eyes too, though. With triple Growth Spiral, we could just go off. Yeah, I'll take it. Clear the mind. We could reshuffle our library. Wow, literally nobody's taking black. Whoever was trying to fight us for Simic was fighting an uphill battle. Okay, so how many unique creatures do we actually have for this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I don't know if it's actually worth running this. 4 mana to draw maybe 2 cards, I think is too slow. If the packs had shaped out differently and it wasn't just skitter eels forever, then maybe it could be good. I like the slime binds. Maybe we don't main deck this, because we can just slime bind their flyers, and we have this to kill flyers too. I don't know how I feel about the Beastmaster. We don't have a whole lot of ways to put counters on it. So it's a 4 mana 3/3 that pumps the other things. We could cut Rumbling Ruin. Right now we have 2 red sources to cast it. Alright, we'll go for consistency here. I think the deck is good enough as it is. And then I guess we just we can make Humongulus a 8/11 with this card. That seems pretty good to me. Oh, I can cut this. I was only thinking that would be good because we're maybe playing the Guardian Project. But with how many duplicates we have here, or duplicates, I don't think it's worth it. And turn 2 Growth Spile is going to be pretty nice. I almost think we should run Clear the Mind because we might deck ourselves. And it gives us a way to shuffle back our win conditions. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. And our mana base is pretty nice, actually. I think I don't even need to run the Gateway Plazas. They're a little slow. These are, I guess with how many Growth Spirals we want to hit on turn 2. Well, this doesn't even help us hit Growth Spiral on turn 2. That's a good reason not to run it, actually. Both of these do. You know what? I'll run 1. I think, because our deck is pretty late game heavy. Yeah, most of our plays start on 4 and 5. And then we just add all the lands. No mountains for you. I think we want an even balance because of how many Growth Spirals there are. I don't know. What do you guys think about this? 4 mana 3/3. I mean, that's kind of better than Skitter Eel. I mean, these get huge. Maybe because of how many Growth Spirals we do run this. And we cut... This is a 3-drop. Code of Constraint, Gyre Engineer. I don't know what we cut for it, though, is the problem. We could do this, just for, like, diversity, but I feel like Skitter Eel is actually pretty nice in this deck with Biomancer's Familiar. But maybe we don't even need that. Well, how many? We have 1, 2, 3. Yeah, without that we only have 3 adapt guys. I think I want all the adapt creatures. And Chillbringer's great. I'm just gonna run it like this. I'm just not gonna play the Beastmaster. Could be insane. But our deck isn't the most immediately aggressive. See you guys round 1. Alright, let's do this. Round 1. We're on the play. And alright, let's let's draw an island here. If we draw an island, this hand's pretty good. If we do not, then you know, we got 10 blue sources in the deck. So every draw is a 30% chance. And we get 3 draws. That's 100%. That's how math works, guys. We can Fairy Duelist, but they're just gonna adapt. We're gonna pass turn. If they like play Guildgate, then we can Fairy Duelist. Okay. Then we are not going to. I think here I'm just gonna growth spiral. It gives us more options. And then maybe next turn we can like duelist plus biomancy or something. There's really no need in getting that fancy just to kill a 2/2. And they loot away a defender. Seems good. We'll scare him by playing growth spiral now. Alright, we'll play a forest. Ooh, that's a good card. Okay, I mean, we've drawn pretty well. Currently this hand still does nothing, but we could draw more growth spirals, guys. The artwork on this card is phenomenal, by the way. I love this art. It's just, this is pretty much like everything Magic art should be. Also, this card is everything Magic cards should be. It draws a card, gives you lands. It's instant speed. It's great. I think I just take 2 still. I just don't have much reason to do anything yet. Like, their cards don't scare me. Okay. They missed a land drop? Oh, that's a good one. I like this. So now we can play this and then play the Fairy Duelist, and then we can at least trade. And they can't quench it. Squelch. That card should just be like a split card with a bunch of different names, but it's all the same card. Can you, like, picture this in an unset where it's like, I think they had an uncard that was split like 10 times. So imagine if they made a card like that, but it was all the same effect, just with different names. I want them to print that card. Main phase growth spiral is interesting. Now I don't know if I want to risk this, but we're going to. Yeah, I think they were growth spiraling to try and draw into something. I think we go for this here. Because if we wait a turn, we do have applied biomancy up, but we want to be able to biogenic upgrade. I mean, we can make, if we biogenic upgrade, we can make this a 6, 7, no, it would be a 7/8 flyer. That's absurd. And if they have a trick, they have a trick. Maybe this would have been safer to wait. I don't know. It just, the way they played the growth spiral signified to me that they didn't have anything and they were digging. Oh yeah. See, like me playing growth spiral here is the same thing. We're like, give me some good. No lands. Double slime bind. Well, we can lock down a lot of good creatures here. Basically Swords to Plowshares. Bounce him, draw a card. Sure. Is that a him? I don't really know. I don't. Some of these Simic cards are very hard to assign gender to. Alright, let's play you. This will be good once we hit our 6th land. And all of these tricks and stuff will like basically get us into late game. Opponent appears to be stuck on double blue. Aeromunculus. See, that's a great card to slime bind. Or we could just get it with applied biomancy. Forest, nice. Yeah, I'll still attack here. Because they didn't have a thing before, so this is like the most obvious trick in the world. And what we're going to do here is do both. So we're going to pump you, and we're actually going to bounce our Fairy Duelist. That way, if they do something to mess this up, we can still save our guy. And this rebuys the Fairy Duelist trick, which is pretty fun. Tower Defense. Oh. Sure. I don't mind that. That's not the best card in the world. 2/8. I mean, that's a big body. So we're gonna hope that they just like swing and adapt. Then we shrink it forever and eternity. Open the gates, sure. Opponent finally has double blue. Alright, I'm still gonna use this, even though we could have wasted their mana. I just don't want to take damage. We got 2, and our late game's looking pretty strong with this prying eyes. What does the opponent have? Does the opponent have a prying eyes of their own is the real question. I'm going to attack here. And we're gonna just cast this at end of turn. That's all they got? Did we draft the same deck? How does MTGO always match up the mirror match? It's ridiculous. What you doing, opponent? I want to save this card. Scuttle Gator. That's a big boy. That's too big for Slimebind to get there. Alright, let's hope they don't have Quelch or whatever. They just insta-let it happen. Sure, okay. I think we just discard the lands. Just have all action in hand. We're likely to draw more lands anyway. Well, that's a good card. Kinda wish I kept the lands. 1, 2, 3, 4. So she can't even be quelched. Nice. And this is a gross combo. If they don't have a way to deal with this, it's game over. And 1, 2, 3. So they could activate their Scuttle Gator and hit us for 9. But that'll be the last time that happens. And we'll know in advance, right? Because they basically have to tap out to do it. Yes. So this is a fight effect. We can flash in Slimebind to kind of deal with it. Can we just kill our opponent here? In like 2 turns? I think I just use this to mitigate some of the damage. Just take 5. Oh, nice. Okay, so I think I'm gonna start hitting with this. So adapt should cost less, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's an 8/8 now. And we could just hit our opponent for 8 damage. And then we can Fairy Duelist this down to take even less damage. And then next turn we can like Biogenic Upgrade or something. Are we dead? 7/7, they gain Vigilance and Trample. So this still attacks for 0. We might be dead. No. Fairy Duelist blocks 4, and this is only 14. Yeah, we're still okay. It's very close, though. That card's so good. I mean, Crit Hoof Behemoths, but it's like the Bacon version. Bacon Hoof Behemoths. Did they not attack with this even though it has Vigilance? Yeah, I guess we shrink you. And we have to like double chunk. We might actually, yeah, I forgot about Vigilance. The fact that it gives Vigilance is kind of ridiculous. So right now we're taking 12. So we can chump with Fairy Duelist and go to 1. And then still be relatively okay. right? If we block here, this hits for 3 and 10. That puts us to 1 life. Yes. And then we can just kill this with Titanic Brawl. Incubation. So they're tapped out. Can we kill them this turn? Mammoth Spider. I think we might be able to. Oh, Chillbringer's good too. So, Biogenic Upgrade, what does this do? 3 +1/+1 counters. I imagine I want to spread out the damage. I don't think I can trample over. So, giving this 3 puts this up to 11, and that's 22. And they can block 10, 19. Wait. Does that clear their board? Hang on. Right? This becomes a 22, and then this swings in, but they just take this damage, so they're at 4. And let's say they block with just these two. 22 minus 4 is 18, and 9 plus 7 is 16, 17, 18, 19. So they would have to block with everything, and they would go to 1 life if I did this. But we die to a hasty creature, which should not exist. No, there are some mono green riot creatures. So that's kind of all in. I don't know if I want to die to a hasty creature. On the flip side, we can just Titanic Brawl, targeting her, and have her kill the Endray's Forerunners. And then we can Chillbringer the Scuttlegator. Yeah, that seems way better. Okay. Do that. Because this protects us from a haste creature. You don't untap. And then we can just do the same play next turn. And this has no power, so we can swing for 8. Oh wait, is this still lethal? This might still be lethal, because this is 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Oh, okay. This play is clearly better. Why not kill your opponent when you can kill your opponent? I didn't mean to slow roll your opponent. I really had to think it through. Okay, Root Snare. I almost want a Root Snare against this opponent, but I feel like we just... Well, this hand is perfect. I feel like every hand in this deck is going to look great because we have 10 of both mana sources, which is really good. And we have a lot of growth spirals. Opponent has both colors too. Nice. For some reason, the way they tutored that made me feel like they don't have that many lands in hand, but that's just pure speculation. Whoa, incubation. I feel like you almost want to save that. I guess unless you have literally no action at all. Because the flip side's pretty good. What is this? I'm sorry, what? 5 mana, 5/5, adapt 2 to become a 7/7, dude? That's pretty big. Sure. Nice card. Oh, but we got the Skitter Eel. And we can growth spiral into it. Oh no. Yep. Play you. Put you into play. Oh, never mind. We have the Wombo combo. Play you. We're gonna play the Skitter Eel. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be great. Then we can Biomancer's Familiar, adapt the Skitter Eel, and play a Fairy Duelist. And then this thing's gonna just get big. Big and big and big and big. Take 4. Oh, and they missed a land drop. Alright, well, we're gonna play this. And I tapped Oh, I played the wrong land. Darn. Counterspell? Lock collapse. That's pretty rough. That's actually really rough. Nice counterspell. So the opponent's missing land drops. They can spend their turn to adapt and not let us block. Or we can just spend our turn and hit them for 5. Kind of like hitting them for 5. Especially when we have this as the follow-up to make an 8/8. That's a good answer. So we take 4, and they can play the Trollbride Guardian now. Ooh, I like that. Play this. It's a good card. And then we can Slime Blind the Shark to Crab. Or we could even go for the Fairy Duelist route. And then that forces them to adapt. Let's do that. Oh, wait. They didn't show any tricks that pumped power in the last match. But if they have a counterspell, this goes really poorly. So I think we just run out the Duelist to force them to adapt and tap down our thing here. I don't want this to get countered after we block. Like, if you know your opponent has nothing, the proper sequencing is block and then run this trick because our opponent cannot adapt to save their Shark to Crab. They still didn't adapt. Okay, I'm gonna run it. Okay, at least we got to block. And the opponent has 2 of those. Wow, that's crazy. That actually went pretty well for us, all things considered, because they spent their whole turn. Oh, they get an 0-3. Sure. Forest. So let's hit for 4. Now we're just racing. 4, play the Skitter Eel. So if they want to spend their whole turn pumping and swinging, that's okay. I'm actually just gonna pass here. I kind of want to make this a 5/5. It makes their attack kind of weird. Yes. Okay. Make you big. Oh, that's really good. Okay. Kind of want to swing in with this. They can double block, and we could just get them with Slime Bind. Otherwise, opponent takes 5. Or we trade for an 0-3, which is still okay with me. I think I'm going to want to use this. So I'm going to tap out of Prying Eyes. We basically want to get the opponent to adapt. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're not guaranteed to be able to cast this. I think I'm just going to run this out. That makes this card pretty worthless. And that lets us use our mana more efficiently. Because I think what they're going to do is adapt on my turn and tap this down. Which would be fine, because they'd have a 5-5, but now it's going to be a 1-5. Yeah, now they're like, do I even do this? I don't... Whoa, they let it happen? Okay, I'll attack with a Skittereel then. I'll bite whatever trick you're doing here. These games have been intense. I think this is only game 2. I don't know. Yeah, I think we won game 1 and this is just game 2, but I'm not sure. This might be game 3. This is where we learn what tricks are in the format. Adapt 1. His opponent? Oh no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Does that thing only cost 7? They need a forest for it. Oh gosh, we might just be dead. We're at 12. Ugh, that's brutal. I didn't think about that. The Crater Hoof Pig thing. I mean, we know they have Trollbind Guardian that they have not cast. So this will be 3. This will be 5, and the other thing will be, I think, 7. And we can block 5 of it. Oh, interesting. So they have Trollbind Guardian, so they can't actually have the big thing because they would need... This is a pretty sick double block though. And... I think I do run Prying Eyes. 2, 3, 4... Oh no, I don't have any 1-mana spells. Okay, we're just gonna let this happen. That's unfortunate. But it's a full-on 2 for 2. 3, 4, 5. I think I have more blue spells. 6 for Prying Eyes. Titanic Brawl is going to be good at some point. I think Gyro Engineer is pretty bad. And Breeding Pool hurts us. So we'll discard those. Then we can play Forest and Growth Spiral. Alright. Don't kill us, opponent. They would need, because we know this is in their hand, so they would need Forest plus the Hoof Behemoth thing. Well, they drew the Forest. I swear, if I die to this thing, I'm gonna be so sad. Ooh, that's... Oh, that's a lot of damage. 6/6 trample. Yep. Interesting no attack. I would have swung with both, I would think. Growth Spiral into Growth Spiral. Sure. The problem is they exile all of our big creatures. Oh, that's nice. I like that card. So we're gonna start here. Put that into play. 1, 2, 3. Play you. And guess we gotta get lucky or something. Yep. And they can make this a 7/7. I think what I have to do here, I think I have to chump with Fairy Duelist this turn, and then next turn I can apply Biomancy to make this have 3 power to double block this and then bounce the Trollbred Guardian. I think that's the only route I have to victory here, because I only have 3 power, which can get up to 4 at the moment. Ooh, humongous. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's even better. So we can play you. And now we can trade for this 7/7 and bounce this 6/6. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Or more likely, this just blocks the spider. Right? And this is a fight effect, and all the things are way too big for us to fight. Alright. So they swing with everything. Okay. I think we gotta do... This is only 6 power, yeah. I think we gotta do this. We only lose one of them. Yeah, because if we block the spider with any of this... Yeah. So we do this. An opponent orders blocks. Right, so... Do both. Pump. I guess it doesn't matter. Pump you, bounce you. If they have any combat trick to stop this, we die, so... Okay. Opponent replays the 7/7 trampler. We have enough toughness to block it for a turn. But that's only one turn. I don't... This is an instant? I'm sorry, what? I didn't know that was an instant. That might have changed things. I just never have seen a fight effect be instant before. Skitter eel, okay. 4. Holy cow. We might actually do this. Because we can adapt. Right? End of turn, they're going to adapt their Trollbred Guardian. We can adapt our Skitter Eel and trade with Titanic Brawl. Right in response to their adapt. Sick. Unfortunately, we can't attack. Yeah, it's too risky to just run this out now. Yeah, so here's what we do. We do this. This being an instant changes everything. I'm so glad I noticed that. You fight you. And then we're both top decking. And we have the bigger creatures. Guys, this is a great game of Magic the Gathering. Top deck wars. Bring it on. Alright, we start first. We both have the exact same number of lands drawn. Not just the same number, the exact same lands. I mean, minus this forest. Opponent drew a land. Holy cow. Okay, we drew a land. I think I play that because we have the slime as a top deck, potentially, and we want to be able to make as many slimes as possible. Which I guess is a reason to play a forest, but... It all comes down to top decks. Mythic. Skittereel. Good enough. No attacks. But Skittereel can start attacking. Okay, pump you up. And we can double activate this if they have some weird kill spell. Okay. Oh, that's so good! Get in there, Skittereel! Do your work! Oh, guys. Opponent's dead next turn! I mean, they have to chump, but you know what I mean. Basically dead. Wow, okay. I don't want to brag, but this is a great feeling of when you just play pretty well and you actually get to win a game because of it. It's pretty rare that that happens, but I think we found the line with the chump to actually get there. We could swing out. If we swing out, that forces the chump. But that's too risky. I think I just swing here. Because we have Slime Bind, we could have gone for that. Yeah, opponent's only out is to go to 1. And they're not going to play around any tricks. But I don't see the need to play these lands. The more deception, the better. Yes, we won! Oh, all right, I'm excited. See you guys round 2? I think round 2. Wow, guys, I'm still super stoked from the last game. And we won the die roll. Oh. And we got a perfect hand. We can go Gyre Engineer into whatever. Oh, I love Magic. I love Magic. Okay. Okay, let's focus. This deck could easily 3-0 if we don't make any misplays. Simic again? Interesting. Maybe everyone just wins Simic. Alright, we'll bluff a counterspell or something. I still think it's better to play the... Whoa. Gyre Engineer? Yeah. Yeah, if they counter this, that's not so bad because we still have all these lands. Yeah, Quench, Squanch. I think the 2/3 reach is going to have a lot of value against what appears to be an Azorius deck. Unless they have another counterspell. Well, do your worst. Nobody runs 2, right? That's crazy talk. Alright. Skitteriel and lands. Sure. That's actually good for us. And Growth Spiral, it has a lot of value on turn 2. And then decreasingly less and less value as the turns go on. It is rough though that our opponent's on the draw and they're playing what appears to be the mono counterspell deck. It's good to gain information about what their deck is, because I think we're pretty good at playing around counterspells and we know they're around. Oh, okay, we're dead. Never mind. We're just dead. Nope, we win. Dead to win to dead. We may just have to make this into a... So this is +6. I just remember this is 6 mana, 6 counters. This is going to become an 8/9. They can attack. I think I'm going to have to do this anyway. So we might as well make this an 0/4 until they spend a bunch of mana on it. So that we get plenty of time. So if they do something good here and we don't draw anything, I think I'm just going to go all in on Biogenic Upgrade. Senate Griffin. Let's see where they scry. So they're 1 land away from activating this, which could be a reason to scry land to the top, so they get a 4/8. 1 card on bottom. Okay. I kind of want to make an 8/9 and just attack. But we could also play Prying Eyes and be safer. The problem is, if they play any land... Nah, we're all in here. Any bounce spell is good for the opponent anyway, because they can bounce this. We're going big. It has to be a bounce, exile, or passivism effect, of which Azorius has very many. But if they do not have it, I believe we win this game. Because 8 power is enough to get through this. Oh no, this is the 3 mana bounce draw card. It's okay though, because we traded, well, this drew a card, but we traded 6 mana for 8 damage. which is not the worst deal. And we drew an island. I think now is the time to resolve prying eyes. This 2-3 is not the most valuable right now. We need to draw action for next turn. Oh wow. Discard, I think, Growth Spiral. And Code of Constraint. So next turn we can Code of Constraint the Rubble Slinger, and we have 6 mana. Alright, let's discard these two. Pass turn. We can also double Slime Bind the Zagana if we really want that to happen. Yeesh. Alright. That's a bit of damage. But that's only for one turn. 5, 6, 7, 8. So we fall to 9. That's not bad. I've seen worse things. They have one card in hand. And this isn't instant, right? Yes. 1, 2, 3. So we're going to play Rubble Slinger. And if they pump Zagana, I feel like I just Slime Bind it. But we could, yeah, because the 3-3 is basically the same as a 4-4. Alright, and if they don't pump Zagama, then we can block the Griffin and Code of Constraint. Both of those seem okay to me. Alright, this doesn't look like a pump. Ugh, okay. That's kind of brutal. Yep. Now what do we do? I guess now we just prevent damage by shrinking this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We fall to 3. It's gonna be close. Oh no, you have a follow-up? Ah, that's a problem. I don't think we can beat the follow-up. Oh, maybe we can. So this activation is lethal and is trample, so we have to bounce that. This is lethal and these are lethal. So we can Code of Constraint this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I think we're short. Yeah, I think we're short. We almost should have done this on our familiar. But I know that prevents the same amount of damage. I think we're dead. So we're gonna do this now. Code of Constraint taps that down. Yeah, if they activate Zagana, then we're just dead. And we're gonna be tapped out. Alright, here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna play Rubble Slinger and pass. We need them to somehow play something pre-combat that plays right into Applied Biomancy. But we're pretty much dead. And playing this gives them the least amount of information about our deck. Like, if, like, not casting this is basically the best case scenario for us. Oh, they're swimming with Zagana. Okay, then we are dead, I think. Block here. Alright, we'll go for it. I mean, They could just activate and then they're dead. This gives, we shouldn't have cast this. It gives them more information, but maybe they skip it or something. Okay, we're dead. Alright, moving to sideboard. Opponent has a lot of flyers, so this card seems good. Is that all we want? Skitter Reel seems big. Although Skitter Eel, you know what? No. Skitter Eel's still really good with this guy. What are we cutting now? Maybe Humongulous is just not that great against a bunch of flyers that are 1/3s. Sorry, Humongulous. You're a great card and all. Let's go first. No! No! Mulligan. Oh yeah. Eels, if we draw the Pyromancer guy, not lands. Also, the dream would be Growth Spiral next turn. That would be Growth Spiral, and then we're gonna play an Eel, and then we draw the Biomancer guy. That's as good as we can hope for. Okay, step 1, Island. Step 2, Terramander die. I think flyers are just really good in this format. I really wanna draw the kill a flyer 1 damage and just nug our opponent's Terramander and whatever other flyer they play. That's actually a very good draw. Because it's gonna be a long time before they can activate this. And that halts all their attacks, and then we can make 5/5s. Ooh, is opponent missing land drops? No, they're not. Interesting. Don't want to get hit by Quench. We can play around it. Our opponent seems like the type of deck that would play more than one. So we're just gonna wait. That play just seems weird. That seemed like a play of someone who has Quench in hand. We have the lands to just play that on 6 mana. Sky Tether. Oh. Reach is really good against Sky Tether, isn't it? Okay, Island. Like, if we have islands as a resource, we might as well use them to stop whatever counterspell they could have here. Yep. Alright, this is the most telegraphed Quench I've ever seen in my whole life. Island, play the Eel. Ah! Take that! Next turn we can play the Eel holding up 3, and then still adapt this and just start getting in with the old Fish Crab. Senate Griffin, sure. Man, Rebel Slinger's great. Can we... no, we're still nowhere close to them flipping this, but if we draw our kill a flyer, deal 1, that's gonna be the dirtiest. Put 1 card on bottom. Okay. That makes me think they don't have a way to deal with the Fish Crab. Sweet. Oh! It's an Armada. Okay, so what does this trade look like for us? Very good. It looks very good. And 1, 2, 3, 4, plus we can do another. So we're gonna swing with 1, give them no information. Just endless Fish Crabs. That sounds like a really good buffet. No blocks. 1, 2, 3. Yep, take 5. Play an island, play a Fish Crab, nice Quench. Two 5/5s. And it's gonna be 3. I think this card is actually pretty decent. There are better cards, especially in green. There's like the 5 mana 4/4 Riot, that's really good. But this is 6 mana for a 5/5. And look at this art. I don't know what these things are. There's the glowing orb stuff. Not sure what those are. What is this attack? I'm just gonna take the 3. This is already holding off 2 damage a turn. Mm-hmm. It's a good card too. Yeah, let's swing with both. See what happens. They can't have too much scary stuff. And we're not going to adapt because we want to be able to play the next Skinner Eel and still play around Quench. So if they do something with their mana, then we'll use it. But otherwise, we could just do this. Oh, they have the counterspell? Sure. Can't play around that one. Slime Brand. Oh god, Biogenic upgrade with this board state. Can you imagine? So we missed out on 3 damage, but I think that sequencing was still good. And their quenches are dead in hand. They could even loot them away with the Guild Mage. So we need to keep track of how many instants of sorceries are in the graveyard. So right now this is 5, 6, and this costs 7 right now, right? They just have 1. So they're still 2 lands away, but they can loot 1 into the graveyard and then do it. And we got some good draws too. This looks like a desperation attempt, or they have a board wipe. So this card gets the scariest later on. How much damage? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 right now? Yeah, I think this card gets the scariest. Oh, they could have the white team pump card. I don't know if it untaps them. I think it just boosts their toughness and they're trying to race. How fast of a clock is this? So let's say I block here. I take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then let's say they kill this. Then I take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 5. So yeah, I'm gonna block that Azorius Guild Mage. Then they would need to flip this to actually kill me on curve. Okay. But it didn't matter, but that is max prevent. We might be dead. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeesh. Alright. Level him up. So we have to attack, I imagine. Oh, that's good. 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh god, they could still have quench. So they have 3 now. God, do we play around the quench now? This becomes an 8/8 and gives everything with counters trample. So basically here's what happens. They do that. They level up their Terramander, which costs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they have 1 land left. And they hit us for 5, 6, 7, 8 in the air. We have to kill them this turn. So Zagana's 8. So we hit them for 5, they fall to 7. And then we hit them for 13. Let's attack first and see what happens. Notably, we have to keep back a blocker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Play Zagana. What, it might just run out Quench here. Oh, we get to draw a card too, that's nice. It's an island. What does this mean? What does this mean for us? So basically, if I play this into Quench, it does matter because it makes this cheaper. 1, 2, 3. So it'll be 4 cheaper. This will cost 4. And then they'll have 3 mana on the remaining turn, which is a lot more. That's enough for like Senate Guildmage. Do we have enough lethal right now? So they just swing with, let's say, these two. And they have 5 toughness and 2 life gain. So basically 7. And we can hit them for 8 plus 5 is 13. That's 1 short. If they swing that way. Right? We swing. Then they swing. No, they swing, then we swing. So we need a pump spell or something. Alright. I think we gotta run it. I think they have the Quench, but I think it's worth the risk. Yeah. Yeah. We knew they had it, but we're dead before this card is going to matter. And if it does matter here, like if they were just bluffing it hardcore for some reason, then that's fine. And if they needed the 3 mana for the Terramander, I think they would have ran out the Quench on Zegana just to make sure they could do all the stuff they wanted in that turn. I think we're just dead. I think that's what this is. If they attack correctly, we die. Yep. Okay, we can draw a pump spell or something, or a bounce spell. Okay, pump or bounce spell. Reach? No, we die exactly. Wow, we're 1 short. Alright. These games have been good. I cannot complain about them. Right, that's 7 block. We hit for 13. They go to 1 life. I wonder if there was a time I could have attacked for damage and didn't. Yeah, I mean, Quench was still good. Make you big. They could forget to gain life too. That would be super unfortunate. But I think opponent knows what's up. Yep. Yep. And then we die. We also die for exact damage. So they're at 1 life, and we're about to take 3 damage. I can't complain. This is Magic at its finest. This series of games has been so good. And this one, I don't think we did anything wrong. Maybe there was 1 turn we could have gotten in damage with this or something. I'm not sure. Good games, opponent, though. Alright, so you guys run 3. Hey, we're winning all the die rolls. Okay. I mean, regardless of whether we... Ooh. I was about to say this is going well. And then I see that hand. Oh, never mind, we win. Yeah, regardless of whether we win or lose, this has been a fun series of matches. But let's win, right? Winning and losing is great. Oh, that's kind of cool. That card trades for 2/2, such as this guy. If we draw 1 more land here, that's it, it's game over. And we're not going to block. This card is text. I think they did a really good job with set design, where, like, this is a 1/1, so it only hits for 1, but it's actually pretty relevant. Also, that art is kind of cool. But it trades for 2/2s. So it doesn't have as much of the drawback as most 1/1s would have. Oh, that's good. We can't let that die now. It's gonna kill this guy, and that's even more brutal. So let's hit for 2. Play you. We're gonna play our first 3 draft picks in order. Well, not in the order we drafted them, but we could block. That is a legal play of Magic the Gathering. Rakdos Trumpeter. Sure. Island. Okay, we're gonna play you. Opponent sees where this is going. We could Titanic Brawl, but I don't really see the need to. Oh yeah, it's an instant. If they don't have an answer, they are dead. This is gonna become an 8-8 and then a 12-12. Don't do it. That is not an answer. Oh no. We can oh no, that's actually pretty good. They can sacrifice this, kill our Gyre Engineer. Okay. Not bad. Do I want to cast Slimebind? Or even Titanic Brawl? It just becomes an 8-8. Like, that's so big. And this is a 4-4. I guess we could have... Oh, yeah. I should have just fought... No. I should... Oh, I was thinking, yeah, I should not have fought these two, because then they kill it with the 1 damage. Okay, we just let that happen. Sweet interactions. What is he eating? I guess he's eating failure, given the flavor text. But cost 2 less. Still only 4 mana. Take that. And then we're just gonna make this an 8-8 and start hitting. Our opponent can hit us for also 8, but we're gonna hit first and hardest. Oh, that's gonna be good. I don't want to like leave ourselves open to like block and then have them play like a pump spell and then a burn spell and then kill it. I just want to damage their face and win the game. This is get the point. Are we dead? No. They don't have a sack outlet. 8. Wait, how much damage is this? 13, 14. 15, 16. 13, 14, 15, 16. And 14 plus the red burn spell doesn't do it. I don't think it's worth chumping. I think we need this activated ability to hit for 12 next turn and kill them. No way! You have a sack outlet? Huh! Oh! Opponent is pretty good at the game. Good thing we attacked land. That's kind of nice. Alright, I'll take that. That is so good though. We can draw a Chillbringer and that'll help a lot. Opponent's like, what is going on here? Yeah, you might as well attack. Bounce your guy. So pump you, bounce you. And then if they spend 4 mana recasting it, it's just a 4 mana 3/3. God, active treason, man. That's so good. I get back Rakdos, Trumpeteer, and the Fiend. So they can play the Trumpeteer, which we can just kill. Yep. Oh, we can't kill it because we don't have enough green. Yeesh. I think that has to get slime binded. I don't really want to slime bind a 1/3, but it does have menace. That's pretty problematic. Okay. And we do hit the land. So this is going to go kind of nicely. It's kind of double overkill here, but hit for 2, and then we have a 3/3 flyer. Yeah, I don't know. The slime bind was really safe because we don't have a way to deal with the menace guy, but now they have a free sacrifice to the 5/5 guy, and that's pretty problematic. Although the 5/5 guy is actually not lethal. What? Oh my gosh. We're dead. Because they have the 1/1 ping guy. Opponent's rocking the active treason deck. That's so good against our deck. Because we have so many big dudes. Oh, interesting. But you had lethal. I don't know about that one. I guess it's sketchy to leave me with a 3/3 though. Okay. And they can just still have lethal next turn. Like now we just have to chump. Yeah. Okay. We're still dead. Still very, very dead. They have a 1/1 that we have to slime bind. It's not. This is not working. It's not working out. Do you have another active treason? If they have this many active treason, there's no way we're beating this. That's the end. Opponent's too good. Okay, we're dead. we already know we're dead. How do we beat active treason? Root snare? That's just like, it doesn't solve the problem. I don't think we do. Alright. Now that we've accepted that fact, we're just gonna die. Oh man. We had literally the best start you can have in Simic. We went Biomancer's Familiar, Gyre Engineer, Zagana. They killed the Gyre Engineer, stole Zagana, hit us for 8 and killed it. Like, I can't do better than that. Alright, let's go first. Okay, this hand's good. We finally get to draw the Biogenic Ooze, which, if they don't have a way to kill, is very good. And I think our game plan now is Biogenic Ooze, hold up applied Biomancy, so that they cannot active treason kill it. Like, they target it with active treason, we bounce it. That's the game plan here. And Fairy Duelist can kill the 1/1. If we hit land drops, this hand is great. If we don't hit land drops, this hand is scary. Let's do it at a turn. Please land off the top. Okay. Okay, there we go. Island is better. Let's pass turn. And if we grow spiral into a land, all is forgiven. Two Death Touch. Okay. Play this land. Ugh. Man. Alright, so here's the game plan. We're gonna Rubble Slinger, not trade, and then Fairy Duelist, the Death Toucher. And we're just gonna draw lands. Interesting. That's a bold play. They didn't even attack first. I mean, it is a 5/5. Oh, you get to scry too. I've never read that. That makes 2 cards on top? Okay, we need a land. Alright, this is actually pretty good. If we had a land... Oh. Well, I'm attacking. Because we are having a rough series of events right now. Yeah, you got it. You got it. Land? No! What? Well, I don't want to discard. We can exile their 5/5 and give them a 3/3. This is unreal. Yeah, I guess we... Because this just finds a creature, doesn't get lands, and we don't need any creatures. And we can do this main phase to gain 3 life. Because bouncing it's not actually that good. Alright, get out of here. And now we can bounce it, I guess. If we hit a land this turn, we can Fairy Duelist, block the Footlight Fiend, and then bounce the token. Nope, no land. Holy cow. No, I just want to return you. I think we're just going to die to active treasons, to be honest. But we're still not out of this. 4 mana, we're pretty open, and Humongulus is pretty good against active treason. Okay, there we go. I think I want to get them with the Fairy Duelist right now. I know it's not very mana efficient, but it feels like they have a lot of like weird sack outlets or something. Okay, play this. This also gets rid of future sacrifice outlets for more Undercity Scavengers. What do they have? I'm okay if they play a Kill Spawn Fairy Duelist. I'm not too fond of this card. And ideally, if we hit a land, we can play this, and then their active treason game plan's not very good. Comes blocked, it deals 1 damage to the thing it's attacking. Sure. Card hits hard. Dead Rebel is getting back. Death Toucher and a 1/1 guy. Nope. Opponent's deck is good. Oh, there we go. Okay. I feel safe. Safe behind my 2/5 hexproof wall. Alright, we might have the classic case of screw beats flood. Although, it's really unfortunate actually because they have the same number of lands as us now. We just drew them all in the wrong order. Basically, they got 6 free damage on us from us stalling out. Well, whatever trick you have. Okay, they just really wanted to hit the deal damage to me card. Huh. That could be worse. That could be worse. Play Skitter Eel. It's like the lowest impact card right now. The fact that they're stalled on lands too is deeply concerning. That means there's 6 spells in hand, of which we know 1 is a 2/2 Death Touch. Okay. Well, if they're spending 5 mana to kill our 4/4 guy, that's not bad. And they screwed a land to the bottom. Yep. Alright, we're gonna save those cards. They gotta deal with Skitterils first. Now that we know what their deck does, I think we can sequence a bit better. Holy cow. We're gonna die to this 1/1. Island, yeah? Okay, well now we can play this Skitteril. And the Biomancer's Familiar. How much removal do they have? This is like the Nut Rakdos deck. Active Treason Sacrifice? Yeah. That'll do it. I almost, as crazy as it is, I feel like I have to trade for this. Because the card that they have to sacrifice says sacrifice 2 creatures. I don't know of any card that does 1 that costs... Did they play a land? They did not. So they could play land into the 5/5 guy. I kind of want to trade here. Because I'm almost positive that card requires them sacrificing 2 dudes. They have a 2/2 Death Touch, but we get to keep our guy. Okay. It's not so bad. Forest. So we can play Zagana. None of these cards are particularly good against all the active treasons. Like that card just that card browns us so hard. I'm not sure what to do. We're at 6. We die to a lot of stuff. And I don't think it's worth Chillbringering a 2/2. I also don't know if it's worth... Like, if we play this and they just active treason, we just die. This might be the safest play here. And if they don't have a way to kill it, then we just win the game on the spot. Like, they used so much removal, right? Active treason, consign to the pit, get the point. They would need active treason plus another sacrifice outlet. Alright, we'll play the use. This is the safest. And I'm actually going to offer up the Skitteril. I should have attacked with this first. That was a mistake. Yeah, that was a mistake. Because now they steal the ooze, force us to trade. Yeah, don't do that, Caleb. Don't do that. Oh, God. Yep. Take 3. Then you sacrifice both of them? At least I was justified in my play before. Alright, so that's 2 active treasons down and 2 sacrifice outlets down. They can't have too much more. Draw a card. Do you want to put ourselves dead to another act of treason? Because we could threaten to kill our opponent next turn, right? This is 8 damage. We're at 3. There's a lot of stuff that kills us at 3 life. I think I go for it. They already used 2 active treason. Like, we're not going to win by just sitting around. We're going to win by dealing lethal to them next turn while they just try and play a blocker. Because we're not, like, at 3 life, there's just so many burn spells that kill us. Exile that, sure. This is lethal. Wow, their deck is so good. Wow. They were so close. I don't think that's enough, right? This is 8 plus 5 is 13. We have exactly lethal. Wow, blocking the Death Toucher was, not the Death Toucher, the Pinger, won us the game. It prevented them from sacrificing our creature. Wow, okay, we got a shot. These games have been so good. I don't care if I lose. I think we can safely assume they just have 2 active treason. And I'm just going to run it back. Our deck, again, is very, very bad for the matchup, but we don't have any sideboard. Yeah, this hand seems good to me. Oh god, so I have the, what is it, blue light filter on my computer. It is extremely hard to tell the difference between islands and forests right now. But we're going to keep. I mean, that tells you I'm drafting late at night, but spoilers. Sometimes I do that. Oh, okay. We just gotta hope they don't have the stupid 1/1 does 1 damage thing. Rakdos Trumpeteer, yep. Ooh. Alright. It might be time. So now we know what they have and how to play around most of it. The 1 sacrifice outlet requires 2 creatures, and it costs 2. And the other one is a 4 power creature, 4 cost. They just scooped. What? Come on, opponent! We played such good games of Magic, and then you just concede instantly? Ah, that's so anticlimactic. I mean, we probably were going to win that game. We had a Gyre Engineer coming out. Well, we beat that insane deck. Alright. I would say good games, but 2 of them were good. Thank you everyone for watching. I think honestly, aside from this has been some of the best Magic. I know I just got out of Vintage Cube, but this was a better Magic experience where you're like, you know, doing combat math, sequencing your plays. Vintage Cube is fun and it's kind of novel because you're just like playing big splashy plays, but almost everything that happens in Vintage Cube is pretty random. This felt like we had control over what was happening for the most part. I mean, we still lost, but for the games we won, it felt like we earned the wins, you know? Yeah, hopefully this format is like that. So far, I'm really impressed with this format. We're going to draft it a lot. See you guys next time.